So we're going to work the second stripe now. It's called Block Stitch. It's a fantastic stitch and it works really well in multiple colours. We're actually only doing it in a single colour here because, you know, we've got enough rainbow going on in this top. So Block Stitch is a very simple stitch. It uses mostly double crochets. So let's get started. First row, we're just going to work a row of double crochet into the 50 stitches that we've got from our moss stitch first section. So I'm going to work the double crochet into the top of the single crochet and over the top of the chain one space. This is just going to give us our foundation for this section. So as we come to the end of the moss stitch, the last stitch is going to be worked in the top of that chain one space. So that's our 50 double crochet. So now we've got our row of double crochet. We're going to start the prep for the block stitch. So I've chained one and turned, and then we're going to work our first single crochet between the first and second double crochets in the previous row. So I'm just going to work that single crochet there. Then I'm going to skip 3 double crochet, so these 3, and I'm going to chain 2 and then work a single crochet between those next 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then this is where my single crochet goes. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way across. Make your chains quite loose, just so it doesn't pull the fabric too tight. So that's 2. This is where it's nice to switch colours with block stitch, because you get that kind of alternating, the way these single crochets pop when you alternate colour looks fantastic. So that's come to the end, and then I'm just going to slip stitch on top of that last stitch. So for the next row we're going to start the blocks. So I'm going to chain 2 and turn, and then I'm just going to work a double crochet into my slip stitch, which is that stitch there. We've got the single crochet there, slip stitch there. And without chaining, I'm going to go and I'm going to work 3 double crochet in this chain 2 space. And that's my first block made. And I'm just going to repeat that all the way across. As we come to the end of the row, what we're going to do is we're just going to work a single crochet into the top of that chain 1. Sorry, work a double crochet into the top of the stitch from the last row. So you can see there. So that's the first row of blocks created. So now we're going to repeat the previous row where we do the single crochet between the blocks with the chain 2 between them. So to start, we've turned and we're just going to chain 1, and then we're going to go straight into working a single crochet, then chain 2, keep this loose, single crochet all the way across. And what this does is this kind of squares up the blocks, because in a way it's very similar to granny stitch, that you have your clusters of 3 double crochet together. This single crochet between the clusters, I'll show you, just kind of straightens up the sides of the blocks almost. So we're going to continue that way all the way across, and then we're going to repeat this row again, so it's just a 2-row repeat. So I'll get on with that and show you when it's finished.